Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Monstrum Tactical, part of their G3 series, the 1:6 first focal plane scope. I've been using this for a little while, got a bunch of rounds through it, did some drop testing with it, accuracy testing, the whole 9 yards, so let's get into it. Monstrum Tactical G3 1:6 first focal plane LPVO. Now to get some housekeeping out of the way, just so you know, I did get sent this from Monstrum Tactical. I am an affiliate of Monstrum, therefore the link that I provide does give me a percentage of your purchase if you decide to get one of these. However, it does not cost you anything extra, and the fact that I got this for free does not affect my review negatively or positively. Now, for those of you with the attention span of a squirrel on meth and don't generally sit through entire reviews, the short of it is I generally like this scope. I think for a budget scope, I think it's got a lot of good points. It's handled everything I've thrown at it. It's handled all the abuse and recoil and things like that. I haven't lost zero. However, there are probably a couple things I would maybe change a little bit, but we'll get into those in a minute. But my general overview is I think this is a good value for what you're getting. So starting from the rear, you have a diopter right here that is for the adjustment to your eye so that you can get the good clear view of the reticle and what you are seeing. Coming up is the adjustment ring for 1:6. It has 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very stiff, not overly stiff. It did not come with a throw ring, but there are aftermarket throw rings out there that you can get for it. But it's generally like 2.5 or 2 good cranks, and you can get from 1 to 6. Tube adjusters. This is windage and this is elevation. This is a pull out and click, and you can probably hear. You might not be able to hear it. I can hear it, and I can definitely feel the clicks, so that is good as well. And then on this side is the illumination ring, which has settings from 0 to 11. And on out the front with nothing. It did come with a kill flash that I don't have on it, and it did come with caps for front and rear, which of course I don't have on it right now either. Now this is made of 6061 aircraft aluminum with a hard coat anodization. It is a 24mm objective lens, 30mm tube. Eye relief on this thing is really great. And I mean really great. It's 4 to 4.5 inches. And I mean, I get a little bit of shadowing, but I can still clearly see the reticle this entire distance. But right here, for me, it's completely, I moved the lens a little bit. For me right here, I'm on 1 power, and I have full field of view right there. Speaking of field of view, at 100 yards, field of view is around 103 feet, which is really great. Anything 100 foot or over, in my opinion, for an LPVO is going to be phenomenal field of view. So at 103 feet, I think this has got a great field of view. Now the length on this is about 10 3/4 inches. The spec sheet says 10.7. It's about 10 3/4 inches and weighs 20 ounces. 20 ounces isn't too bad for a scope of this type. Now it did not come with these rings. It came with two separate rings that I'm not using. This is also a Monstrum mount, and I'll put a link to the mount below with the link to the scope itself. Now going back to the turrets, again, they pull and turn. You can feel them very well. I can hear them, but they are half MOA clicks, which is oftentimes you find quarter MOA clicks. But for a 1 to 6, something you're going to use 400 yards and in, I think half MOA is fine. Especially when you're talking about a budget line LPVO. Now it did pass drop testing, so it was plenty accurate. I zeroed it with Wolf 223. I did my accuracy testing and drop testing with that same Wolf 223. So it doesn't look like there was a significant change the first half and second half rounds. So looks like it passed the drop test. Now getting into the reticle, and this is the one place that I would change a little bit. The reticle is what they call a custom type C, and it's a circle with hashes on the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock, and then you have your mil dots and a center ring with a dot as well. Now I think the reticle design is very usable, very cool, and very useful for close quarters when it comes to the 1X. Here on my white wall, I can see the reticle just fine. However, in a darker environment or onto dirt, it's very fine. The lines of the reticle is very fine, and it's sort of hard to see. Now, you do get used to it when using it, but your first time out, you're like, holy crap, where is that thing? But if you turn the illumination on, with the illumination, you can see it just fine. Now on 6 power, the reticle is great. The eye relief diminishes significantly, as you can imagine, as does most LPVOs. The eye relief diminishes significantly, but I don't have to change positions. My cheek weld and the design of the reticle comes in much clearer and much better. And the 11 setting, even on 6 power, the 11 setting of the lighting, even on 6 power, isn't so bright that it washes out or creates glare in the scope. Now let's talk about clarity. This, for the price of this scope, which by the way is right around the $200, $210 mark, I'm going to put links again to Monstrum, and I'm also going to go ahead and throw an Amazon link down there, even though right now they're right around the same price. But for a $200 scope, I think this gives you a lot. Not only do I have really good edge-to-edge clarity without any fish eyeing around the edges, any sort of blurriness around the edges or anything like that, which you tend to get sometimes on budget scopes. And then even out here on 6 power, I don't see any fisheyeing or any clarity issues on any of the power settings throughout the throw. And I think that's really good. The glass seems very clear, a lot of light transmission, a lot of color transmission. And again, edge-to-edge clarity on both 1 and 6 power. So at the end of the day, again, on the budget line, I think this is a very good scope. The reticle, if I didn't mention it, and I don't think I did, the reticle is etched in there. So you're not having to worry about reticles breaking and things like that. But the reticle is etched in there. But you have an etched reticle, you have really good clarity. I think it has a ton of adjustment up and down, windage and elevation. The brightness settings aren't so bright that they cause glare. I think from front to back, I think you get a lot of scope, a lot of LPVO scope for the price with this Monstrum 1 to 6 G3. The only things I would change is I think on 1 power, like I said, right here on a white wall, looking at a white wall, I can see the reticle just fine, just great. But outside on dark clothing, on dark dirt, things like that, you tend to lose the reticle until you get used to finding it, because it is a very fine line with the reticle, which helps with accuracy though. So it's a give and take there. But I would, if it were me, I would like to see a throw ring in this, or some sort of a stud for the throw, and a little bit, I don't know, a little bit, I hate to say a thicker reticle, because again, that a thicker reticle hurts accuracy oftentimes, but the reticle is a little hard to find. That's probably the biggest downfall. But again, once you use it for a little while, I have several hundred rounds on this scope right now. Once you get used to it, it's no problem picking it up, I don't think. That is my review of the Monstrum G3 1 to 6 first focal plane LPVO. Great little budget scope. There aren't any real significant downfalls with it. I think you're getting a lot of scope for the money. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Again, all the links will be down below. Put a link to everything down below. Everything that has to do with the scope and the ammo down below in the description of the video. If you want to support the channel, affiliate links are usually the easiest way to do that. But if you want to do it for free, just like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Help me get my content out. Like I said, share that button, hit that share button, hit the notification bell, make sure you select all notifications. That way you can get more videos from me in the future. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we will talk to you later.